What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? They have just dropped from Universal Pictures the Five Nights at Freddy's teaser trailer. As excited as I am for this to come from Blumhouse, I want you guys to leave a like for Universal Pictures, who just blocked our Super Mario Brothers movie reaction. They have a fantastic reputation from every single YouTuber for being the easiest to work with when it comes to copyright. We follow the guidelines that we do for every movie reaction, and undoubtedly Universal is consistently the easiest ones to constantly work with. Even though we know you'll eventually let it be public, you just love to have some fun with us, don't you? We didn't cover the Oppenheimer trailer due to the fact for how easy they are to work with. But we're going to take another chance here because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. So leave a like for Universal Pictures.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh.
Watching this video?
Oh shit, Josh Hutcherson's in this?
That's right.
Newest security guard.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ah, the security cameras.
We're going to have so much fun together.
Whoa!
Saw.
I want to play a game. I need some crappy pizza. Oh.
Give me more. Wow.
Oh, dang. I wanted more.
Well, you know, even though Universal put us on the press list and they email us every single trailer in hopes we will react to every one of their trailers, we know that they're going to be so easy with us featuring it in a video like the publicity team would want us to. Isn't that ironic?
It's part of their money-making scheme, you know. This is how they're going to make all their money back on the movies, by collecting these YouTube earnings.
I'm going to put all that not shade to the side. This movie looks really, really fun. You know, a lot of people don't know this about me, but all of my friends, my wife, and especially would know this. I'm a huge Chuck E. Cheese fan. Still love Chuck E. Cheese to this day. Sometimes we do go on a date to Chuck E. Cheese. Five Nights at Freddy's is a very compelling concept to me in general. I've dabbled with the game a few times. I'm not the biggest knowledgeable guy, and I don't want to say the best. It makes it sound like I know some of it. I don't know any of it, really. I've only played the game like a handful of times, which is a lot of fun. I think I did a Let's Play on that Cyber channel once forever ago. The footage that we're getting here, yeah, this looks like a big step up from Willy's Wonderland, and it has this blend of like good old traditional Blumhouse type of punchy horror. The animatronic effects look cool. I got Saw vibes in certain elements of it. Looks like we are going to be getting rich with the lore of how this all came to be, because it has a blend of what can feel like torture horror combined with an element of like supernatural lore horror as well. Are you picking up on these vibes?
Oh, 100.
Are we on the same page here,
we're
John?
very much on the same page.
My anger that has filled me moments before filming this is slowly dissipating.
Let it absorb into me.
Yeah, take it away, John.
Yeah, no, this looks like what you would want from Willy's Wonderland. Like, I'm very curious about the Saw elements, because I am not the greatest expert. However, a good friend of mine, shouts out to Erica if you're watching this, is a Five Nights fanatic, and through her I've come to know at least bits and pieces of the lore. And I think one thing that separates this, because Willy's Wonderland obviously comes to mind, are the banana splits, because they beat you to the movie punch. But here, I think part of the big perils is going to be kids involved, because one thing about Five Nights at Freddy's is there's like a bunch of really sick lore and backstory about like kids who have gone missing and whose like corpses are twisted and tied up inside the machinery. I mean, I don't know if they're going in that area of the lore, but there's certainly a good potential to get icky and gross and unsettling here. And I feel like, you know, in Willy's Wonderland or something like that, you had a bunch of young people and Nick Cage, whereas here you got Josh Hutcherson and then what looks to be a few children. So I don't know, like, it looks like it has the punch and the grit and the horror of something aimed a little bit more at the R-rated crowd, but at the same time, this is like a game with a huge fan base of young people.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're going to have to go as like hard PG-13 as possible with this.
Well, that makes me wonder, based off of what you said, Universal sucks, by the way. But
Oh.
based off of what he said, I wonder if that's why they actually decided. Because I feel like this movie will be rated R. Isn't the creator
think
like
they
someone
said.
who is like really beloved still?
Yeah, Scott
I thought
Cawthon.
there's like a trouble with the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't remember. Well, it doesn't matter.
He's very
so-
Christian, apparently.
Something he did something. I totally forgot what he did. I remember he got in a lot of trouble and he decided to like leave the IP behind in some way. I completely forgot, but for all my friends who like did videos on Five Nights at Freddy's, like, oh, I'm getting uncomfortable about covering Five Nights. I don't remember any of the specifics.
Sure.
But I wonder if that's why they decided to do a dual release with this as well. I mean, I know while that worked out for Halloween, we are in a day and age now where it seems like you can be confident enough to release a movie in the theaters and then at least wait 45 days for it to come out on streaming to get blocked on YouTube. So, you know, goddamn. But
We'll be there.
yeah, we'll be there. They always let it go.
Yeah, it's
just
like, come on,
just like
guys.
why? Just
Why put us through this?
Why put us through having to fight and then you eventually let us go. It happens at every one of the movies, and every YouTuber I know complains about it. I wonder if they decided to like, yeah, let's still do it, even though that's something we don't have to do, but that would allow the kids to maybe still get access to watching it as well.
So they can just borrow their parents' account and watch
Sure. I mean, they probably know they will. Like, this is, even though Five Nights at Freddy's has a huge kids fan base, it's not some, I wonder if there are some parents who are like, maybe I shouldn't have let my kids get like so endowed with this. And maybe, you know, sometimes they do, it is like, you know, the kind of subject matter that for a lot of kids, like parents to kids relationships, they probably wouldn't want them to get super involved with it. I'm not saying every parent. I'm sure a lot of parents like don't give a shit, but I think that it is that kind of subject of the kids like secretly do like get involved with it.
Well,
my wife, you know, she's worked at many schools, and yeah, she's like many students are like obsessed with.
Yeah, because there's so many different animatronics and the different locations and stuff. But two, I mean, I think the game is deceptive in that you are limited often to the flashlight and the security cameras. And then you have all the lore kind of happening around that. So, you know, you could have a parent walk by and just be like, it's, you know, it's a spooky little pop-up game. But that's also what makes me wonder about this. Are we going to get like one a la, you know, the Doom movie where it's like there's one first-person POV sequence just like the game? Are we going to get...
have a security camera mode.
But I'm like, is that going to be just one scene where it's like, oh, we're flipping the security cameras? Or is that going to be like a whole movie motif?
I think it'll just be one scene.
Probably.
I think it would get really boring and old fast, and then when it happens, the crowd will lose their shit and then stand up in applause at the movie theater, and then go praise Universal for bringing this to life.
Thank you, Universal, and make sure this doesn't end up on any reactions.
Is that Matthew Lillard?
It looks like Matthew. Yes, I believe it is him.
This is the ironic part about Five Nights at Freddy's trailers. I know they want people to do reactions to this, and they're going to claim every single one.
So that's the messed up.
That is the most messed up
At least
part.
commit to not having any coverage whatsoever of this variety.
It is the most. They just are notorious for this.
Like this is the prime kind of property aimed at the prime kind of audience who's going to come to these sorts of videos and get hyped up.
I can't wait for that manual claimant to review this video.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Wonderful company.
Hope you get a raise. I hope your boss sees all the people you claimed and is like, you know what? We need more of you around.
And Freddy looks cool. No,
Freddy
this looks
does.
fun. Looks fun, little goofy, little cheesy. Looks like what you want from Five Nights at Freddy's. This is like even from the limited knowledge I have of it, this looks like what I want because I don't know how crazy lore heavy it'll go. Like this one just has to be effective. But if this one succeeds, they have a good franchise on their hands. This is like franchise opportunity. This is franchise prime. Alrighty, guys, we'll leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like. What's your favorite Universal property? And we'll catch you guys soon. I'm late for an event that I got to go to.